Welcome back, everybody. I've got a pretty cool update on the green artifacts deck. Before it was called green modifications, and I played a lot of non-artifact creatures. I've cut a lot of them, keeping the Gala Greeters for the ramp and the fact that they do modify themselves, getting counters. They're just versatile and good creatures overall. And then I have the Kodama, obviously, even though he's not an artifact, he ramps us whenever modified creatures hit the opponent. We have the fourth copy of Teething Wurmlet that we crafted for the Selesnya version of the artifacts deck. Clay Champion, he's back. We love him. We love him even more in mono green. He's so funny. You know, he's an 8/8 for 4, but then other times he's even bigger. He's an 11/11 for 6. He's hilarious. Love this card. Hopefully we get to flash him in once or twice using the Urza's Battlethopter. So he's one of our mana sinks. And then another mana sink we have is Jugan, Defend the Temple. Once this card flips, you could dump as much mana you want into it. So even though we have a low curve, 22 lands with 3 Bushwhack to help us find our lands, we're having a lot of lands for a low curve deck, but we do have some good mana sinks for all that mana, including the Rootwire Amalgam, which is another addition to this variant of the deck. So new tech, old deck, but should be really fun. Hopefully we get some cool wins. Just built it just now, complete homebrewed, and we're gonna go right into ranked with it. No playtesting required. I have full faith in this deck. Okay, game 1, first hand of the day. Let's see. Only 2 lands, but Teething Wurmlet, Rootwire Amalgam. I think I'm gonna keep it very aggressive. We have a Tamiyo Safekeeping. If we draw a single land, it's a great hand. If we draw a Bushwhack, it's also going to help us out. It should be fine. It should honestly be fine. Nice, there's the land. So, we play the Amalgam for 2. Going to grow the Wurmlet. We smash in for 2. Opponent, very likely on soldiers. Ooh. You guys know I love this card. I love it very much. This card is so cool. Let's attack first. Opponent shouldn't block, but he might. If he does, we'll Safekeeping on the Wurmlet. He doesn't. So we get in for 4 damage. Then we'll play Jugan Defends the Temple. We get a Monk, ramping ourselves up for mana. Next turn, placing counters on things. Look at this aggro deck. Yeah, I know how Autonomous Assembler works. What does opponent do with his last 3 mana? 1 for the mechanic, and then he's got 1 to grow the assembler. So you gotta remember this assembler, not a 2/2, it is a 3/3. Let's put 1 here, and do we want to put 1 here? Honestly, I think it's fine. Teething Wurmlet's going to grow itself. So we're going to play land for turn, then 4 mana for Clay Champion. 0 additional mana. Yes, confirm, pay it. Opponent with 2 mana up, doesn't have a counter spell. We get our 8/8 Clay Champion. Submit 0. He's not putting any counters on anything else. So now the Wurmlet grows itself and is a 3/3. So we're going to attack with both. Oh! I just misclicked. I swear. This 2/2 is not supposed to attack. It's supposed to stay back and be my mana source for the Tamiyo Safekeeping. But, I messed up, and as a result, we lose 2 creatures, but they both trade, so honestly, it's not that bad. It could have been way worse. Sucks a lot. I really messed up. I should have lost nothing. So now, this flips. If we could make anything we have enter the battlefield, we could just dump mana into it. So whatever we play, as long as we have a creature to cast, we're mana efficient now. So when I take the action and pay X for 1, because we have 1 mana left over, and this human monk comes in with an extra counter. Now this says, whenever, not the first effect, the second effect. As long as you control 5 or more modified creature, it gets +5/+5 and has trample, which does happen surprisingly often. Opponent hits us with a second Fateful Absence. I think we're in pretty good shape to just take over this game over a little bit of time here. So now both of our creatures will trade with the Steel Seraph. Let's play the West Tree. That's going to ramp us very beautifully. And I want to leave my mana up, so I'm going to decline here. Attack with both. He tries to trade. We're going to Safekeeping on the Rising Star. And opponent has a Spell Pierce for it. So they will trade. But we'll still get to search for a basic land, which is great, because right now, with 2 clues in play, we have lots of things to dump mana into. So whenever you could ramp yourself, be very happy to do so. Like I said, no playtesting done at all here. Just jumped right into it. Opponent with a decision here. Doesn't really matter what he takes, they're both good cards. He takes that even though he has the risk that I might be able to get it back. And a Bushwhack. I don't think we need to fight that. Let's go to combat for 3. Opponent takes 3. Maybe playing some big ninjutsu card. I mean, the Remnant of the Rising Star can block it anyways. I don't know what he's doing, but I'm gonna just kill it. Oh, I made 2 misplays this game. I attacked with a creature and I clicked the wrong mode on Bushwhack. I don't know what I'm doing. I have no idea. Let's just pass the turn with the mana to crack both these clues and draw 2 cards and reload here. Ball's an opponent's court anyways. He's the one that has to figure out how to survive. So we draw. Gala Greeter, decent. Draw again. And a Prizefight, also good. Let's play Gala Greeters first. I'm gonna pay 1 mana to grow them by 1. And we're gonna play Rootwire Amalgam for 2. When that comes in, gonna grow the Gala Greeters. We're not gonna pay anything, because we're gonna wanna fight. And now opponent needs to have a response or he's dead on board. And he might have an instant of some sort. Let's see what he's got. That's the Spirit Realm. Okay. Opponent, his Fate is in the top of his deck. His Fate is in his top of his deck again, and he scoops him up. Okay, GG. Artifacts versus artifacts, but we got the W on him. Nice. Well, we go first. We don't have a Wurmlet or anything super quick, but we're good enough here. We get to Bushwhack, thin out our lands, fix out our curve, and then go Amalgam into Simulacrum. So it's a decent start. It's mono black. Maybe all of his removal in his hand is reserved to being Gopher Throat. Artifacts not having throats, not very effective. Could have a cut down. Could be lots of things. Love it for opponent to spend his mana. He cuts it down on his own turn. He clears the way to get in for 2. Draw a Prizefight. Let's just play a Simulacrum. Put the counters on himself. Now this dodges cut down and go for throat. Opponent, what do you got, my friend? You're making me nervous, Arkham loser. You loser. That's not nice. Alright. Plays a Flesh Gorger, passes the turn to us. Land for turn. Play champions an 8/8. We like 8/8s around here. It's either that or Iron Apprentice, then Simulacrum. Let's go wide. Opponent could have Infernal Grasp or some other removal that hits Clay Champion. We'll put the counters on the Iron Apprentice. And we'll attack for 4. I should have attacked pre-combat. Or pre... should have cast all this after combat. You guys know what I'm trying to say, okay? English hard. So, opponent removes the Apprentice. Counters are going to jump over to the Simulacrum. That's why we put them there. And it was Infernal Grasp, so rewarded for not playing Clay Champion. Opponent with a second Infernal Grasp. Dealt himself 4 damage this turn. We draw a land. I could hit opponent with 8 damage. Hit him for 8, he goes to 7, but then he's got 3 lifelink, so he goes back to 10. It's not exactly going to get us that close to lethal. Let's try to have the Clay Champion stick around. We'll attack like that, pass the turn. Opponent with a 4th removal spell. Potentially. Hopefully not. Body a little sore from the gym. Can't find a comfortable spot today. So yeah, he gets in for 3 lifelink. He's on 14. He's thinking, if I want to race, it's to his advantage with a lifelink creature. Oh yeah, and another one. That's good. Land off the top. Land off the top, please, game. Just do it for me. Alright, it's not land. Let's play the Gala Greeters. Let's attack with Clay Champion. Opponent could make this into a Death Touch creature, and he does it properly. He blocks first. So we're gonna have this fight this right now. Pay the ward. So we lose 3 life, opponent gains 3 life, but we take care of 2 of his creatures off the board. One of them, in the Phyrexian Sleeper, was going to draw him a bunch of cards. So we're fine with this. Opponent doesn't get to draw a bunch of cards. He has Invoked Despair. I think we want to keep Gala Greeters and gain life, so we're going to sack Simulacrum. Oh, it's lethal. It's Xaxes. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? He gets us for Xaxes, man. And we like what we see at this point. We get to go first. Turn 1 play, turn 2 play. Let's try it out. Let's see what we're against here. Potentially mono red, not too sure. Attack for 1, post combat. Let's play our 2/3 Rootwire Amalgam. Hooray! Lightning Strike. Okay. Vince the Impaler passes the turn. Let's go ahead and attack pre-combat. Opponent just takes it. Go ahead and search for a basic land. Pop it into play. Oh, we already played a land for turn. Just kidding. A little out of it. Okay, so it's not mono red aggro, it's mono red, whatever the hell you want to call his mid-range control. Who knows? Alright. Big ol' late game artifacts. Well, we could use Power Stones in this deck, so that's not all bad. Power Stones, however, not good for Clay Champion, since he only gets bigger for colored mana pumped into him. But next turn we can make him a 6/6. An opponent. With a perfect double spell to kill our threat. Not a bad trade for us, a 2-for-1 overall. We'll just play an Iron Apprentice. Play a land for turn. And play an absolutely massive 11/11 Clay Champion. Deal with that burn. Let's see, I use 4 burn spells on my Clay Champion. Opponent's just like, a braid! No! Don't do it, opponent, please. For the love of everything good, Wait, oh my god. I was instantly triggered by a braid, and he clicked deal 3 damage to it, and in his frustration scooped. I'm gonna leave this one into the video just because it's really funny. It's not a good game, but it's really funny. Oh man. God, I've done that so many times. You know what I did earlier today in a game I took out? I was frustrated just like opponent. I fought the wrong thing. It was playing this deck and I think it was like mono blue or something I was fighting against. It was a really frustrating game. And I had a Wurmlet in play, okay? And I had 2 Prizefights in hand. Oh, I remember what it was. It was mono white life gain, and they had 2 Voice of the Blessed. One was like a 6/6, and one was absolutely massive. It was like an 11/11. I had 2 artifacts in play, and my Teething Wurmlet was like a 7/7. So he was bigger than the small one, but way smaller than the big one. So I used Prizefight, makes a treasure, grows the Wurmlet when the treasure comes in, and then that was my 3rd artifact I control, so it gave him Death Touch, and he fought the smaller one, so he lived. And then with the second Prizefight, now that he had Death Touch, he was supposed to fight the Wurmlet, or sorry, the bigger Voice of the Blessed, the 11/11. They would trade, and I misclicked, and I clicked the Lunarch Veteran that opponent was gaining life with, and I fought that instead, and then he just killed me with an 11/11 flyer, and I instantly scooped, like, just like opponent. It was just like the game was over. So I relate to what opponent's just done. Just a stupid misclick that frustrates you right into the next game. Something that would never happen in paper, but we get a little bit hasty, as well as my mouse is really broken, so that's been adding to my misclicks. But I hope you guys enjoyed the story time as well as the magic. Let's play another game. Ooh. It's important to remember what kind of deck you're playing and what your win condition is. In this deck, I think it's more of an aggro deck, but we do have some good mid-range stuff going on, so it's pretty tough to say whether we want to keep this hand or not. We get to go first, so we're not likely to get ran over, and there's a chance that this hand proves itself. We're going to keep it, but it's a borderline keep. It really is, because there's nothing to do first 2 turns. Really bad for a deck that's trying to, you know, win through creature damage. So we draw an Iron Apprentice, which is neither good nor bad. It's just kind of average. And now that's very bad to draw a second one here. but we're going to just play the Kodama the West Tree, get in for 1, and fetch a land out of our deck into play. So that's a decent little start here. We've ramped ourselves 1 mana so far. Does opponent have something to deal with the Kodama? He does not. So, Wurmlet first. That was a good draw in the current circumstance. And we're going to grow the West Tree, modifying himself, giving himself trample, getting in, putting another land into play. Nice. Okay. So we risked it. We kept this hand, and looks like opponent's on Esper Legends. His own little variant of Esper Legends. And we are in friggin' absolutely great shape here. Super fantastic. Yeah. Yep. Let's go like this. It's Prizefight. Kodama the West Tree is going to fight the Thalia. No, let's fight the Yawgmoth Praetor. He's bigger. Then Treasure comes in. Teething Wurmlet grows. Let's cast this Simian Simulacrum. Put the counters onto this Simian Simulacrum. Attack with all. He could block the Iron Apprentice. Oh, shoot. Oh, God. The mistakes today have been real. I just didn't account that he had the fight damage on him still, so he was first strikeable. Big mistake. Everything loses Death Touch. Let's go ahead and attack with the Death Toucher and a 4/3. What is opponent going to do? Lethal, so he has to block at least something. We're still in good shape, but that was a big misplay. That was unnecessary. The Wurmlet has Death Touch, so no matter what he blocks with, he could kill everything. So he'll block with the Thalia and the Ghoul Caller. They're both dead. We get in for 4. Let's just play the Clay Champion. I mean, 4 is big enough, but what are we playing this deck for if not play 11/11s? Whatever. It's not optimal. It would be better to just play the Iron Apprentice as well. Make it an 8/8. But I just like seeing 11/11, okay? Maybe I'll put this right here, 11/11, into the thumbnail. Just for fun. So apparently, opponent has another Thalia, another Ghoul Caller. Familiar. Let's attack with all. We're gonna let opponent block however he wants here. Does get a profitable block if he wants on the Apprentice. See, I'm surprised he doesn't just put the Denic in front of the Apprentice so it lives, or the Simulacrum. Opponent still dead here? No, he gains 2 life, so he's fine. Okay, well he gets first strike, so his counter will jump over the Simulacrum. Opponent on 1 life. Let's go ahead and play this Iron Apprentice. And that would have been lethal if we did what we knew was a higher upside play last turn. Made this an 8/8 and played the Apprentice. We got greedy by choice, and opponent's just dead now. This can't block, so good game. A short one, but we came out swinging, came out very fast, came out ramping ourselves. Made a little mistake at letting opponent first strike the Kodama with the West Tree, but hey, that's on me, okay? Deck is good, I am bad. Wait, I'm not bad, we won the game, doesn't even matter. So, bittersweet here. You go first, but also you only get 2 lands. No, plan to get amount of lands here. 20 lands, 3 Bushwhacks, 23. Took a 40% chance, 41% chance to draw. We only get 2 chances, but even if we miss completely, Gala Greeters start making tokens. We're gonna keep it. Could start making treasures with Gala Greeter to replace the fact that we're missing land drops. The hand, while being a little slow, has great potential. Opponent ends the festivities on our first 1/1. As much as it sucks, it could have been way worse. Okay, it is way worse. Opponent with the super mega nuts against us. Let's go ahead and play mana efficiently here. We top deck another land, we could slam the Defiler of Vigor, in which case we'd probably just win the game, because he's not going to be able to burn this out very easily. No blocks. And not what we wanted to see, because we want to play the Vigor as soon as possible. But opponent will still have a hard time dealing with an 8/8. So, good enough, alright? Good enough for now. Let's see what you could do against an 8/8 Clay Champion, mono red. I'm blocking your Swift Spear all day long now. All day, bud. Huh? How you like me now? Ends the festivities. Does another point of damage to me. But he cannot attack. So that'll flip. Let's go ahead and attack with our 8/8 champion. We gotta get rid of this Chandra, right? Otherwise it's card advantage plus damage every single turn. Opponent decides to chump it, and so we're gonna give it trample and finish him off. So now it's a 9/9. Chandra's gone. There goes his card advantage. We're on 11 life with a Gala Greeters. We don't have any mana to pump into that, so that's fine. I think we're good. Ladies and gentlemen, we've got him. No! How does he have a third wedding at this, or end the festivities? It's the fourth one he's cast. I'm gonna trade with this Phoenix chick. He's casted 4 because he cast 1 from the graveyard with, what's it called? Bloodthirsty Adversary. That's why I couldn't find it. It was in play. Alright, let's make another 8/8. Can't draw another land, but you know what? We don't need to if we keep drawing Clay Champions. Smash for 9. Opponent down to 11. Yes! Yes! Honestly, F you, mono red. Wanna punch you in the face right now. Joyously. Okay, in a friendly kind of punch to the face kind of way. Alright, no one get all upset with me here. Everything's fine. A loving punch to the face. Feels good. Clay Champions. My liege. Alright, I'm picturing it now. Just 3 Clay Champions standing beside each other like a phalanx wall of Clay Champions. Get through that, mono red. Pew! And we get to go first. Hooray! Let's keep this. Let's Bushwhack right away. Thin our deck from lands. We don't want to draw any more. So that'll reduce the odds of drawing a land just a little bit. Soldiers. Okay. Well, we drew that in the wrong order. Play the Amalgam. Protect our life total. Make it so the officer can't attack into us right now. A little bit clunky, but that's okay. Next up, land. Wurmlet. Combat. Attack for 2. What does he do? Got 1 shot, opponent. Doesn't take it. Fight. We gotcha, Marcus. Azorius. Soldiers. Top tier deck. I'm gonna smash you with my green jank. Alright. Well, we got another fight spell for that, so... Honestly, can I just fight it right now? I don't think I have to. Do this pre-combat to go ahead and make the Wurmlet grow. We'll attack with both. Opponent won't want to trade anyways. And we're in for 4. Opponent's at 14. Coming at him fast. What don't we want to see here? Brutal Cathar. Opponent always has it. He does, yep, of course, naturally, why not? Yep, One time I'd love to play against Brigand Azoria soldiers when they didn't have it. But they just always do. What sucks a lot is that the Clay Champion comes back from being under Brutal Cathar as a really bad 2-2. So do I wait, and do I just Bushwhack the Siege Veteran with the Wurmlet next turn when it's big enough not to just die? Ah, this is tough, man. This is tough. Yeah, I guess so. Let's wait. We're not going to beat this guy in his tier 1 perfect deck by doing suboptimal plays. Attack this opponent. Good. I needed to grow the Wurmlet in order to guarantee that I could fight the Myrel, which is a threat that absolutely must be dealt with immediately. So, target creature fights like that. So he gets to keep his 1-1. We'll play the Kodama. This gets trampled, but we're not going to attack because it's got 1 toughness now. I already made that mistake once today after fighting. Let's see, what's the worst card that opponent could have? They always have, what's the flyer called? Skystrike Officer. I swear to God, I swear on my life, I swear on everything that matters to me, okay? I did not peek, I did not know. I just knew in my heart that he would cast the Skystrike Officer. Now, I didn't know he would cast 2 of them. That was a bit of a dick move by opponent, if I do say so myself. But make this a 6-6 and just attack? Ah, God, this is horrible. We don't really have a choice here. So we get a 6-6 artifact that triggers the Wurmlet. The Wurmlet grows. I'm going to attack with both of them. Opponent's going to chump. Jump and take 5. Okay, he does. So he's down to 4. Kodama the Westry does have reach. Gets to draw 2 cards, +1 for turn. Man, I hate Skystrike Officer. I hate Brutal Cathar. I hate opponent's deck. I should play it. I should. If I really wanted to sprint to Mythic, I would just grind opponent's deck. Oh, and plus he gets a double spell, gets the Moonrager Brute to flip. Ah, damn you, opponent. Alright, is it this, are we just dead here? Eight and 7? Yeah, it's Xaxes. No, it's Xaxes +1. Yeah, GG yourself, you degenerate meta-playing monster. I personally play a lot of mono-white soldiers, another tier 1 deck, okay? I'm flaming out of love. Anyone that doesn't understand that I'm not actually mad, just go home, you're drunk, okay? No flame. Opponent played well, opponent did his thing. Just frustrating to lose to the same cards over and over again, but I'm not actually... Nothing personal, Marcus. Well done. Good game. That was a good game. We had him, man. We should have had that. Brutal Cathar right on time. Double Skystrike Officer turn. Ah, brutal. Oh, please, mono green deck. Show me some clay champions. I want to end this one with a nice win. This is a fine hand, right? Only 2 lands, but if we draw 1 more, then it's actually really good. The removal's so heavy in the format right now. Does make decks like this a little bit worse when you need your first couple drops to survive because they grow into big ol' good things. Okay, opponent looks like he's on the potentially the control version of mono black. We did draw a land, so we're in great shape here. Turn 2, just a 1/1, but it does grow the Wurmlet. Get in for 2. We'll see probably this turn if opponent's on the control or the aggro version. Could be the aggro version and just didn't have a tenacious underdog. Okay. Do we want to do the most aggressive play? Or do we want to play the long con, set ourselves up for a good play later? Opponent probably has some removal spells. Alright, I think with an Iron Apprentice in play, whenever you could just turn 3 Simulacrum, put counters onto Apprentice, it's a great thing to do. Opponent going to be incentivized to remove that Apprentice. It also can't be killed by Gopher Throat. And when it is finally removed, the counters are just going to jump over to something else. So that's good. We could have also played Jugan Defend the Temple, ramped ourselves 1 mana. And then next turn we'd have 4 to our disposal, so we could go Wurmlet and Simulacrum. But we didn't go for that play. Darn. Darn, darn, darn. Let's just play another Simulacrum. Put the 2 counters onto the Iron Apprentice. And now the Wurmlet also has Death Touch. Do we want to trade the Wurmlet with a Bank Buster? I think we could attack like this, honestly. If opponent wants to just eat the Simulacrum and say he'll take 9, we're fine with that. Right? We get it. It's kind of crazy. We give him a free block. But all likeliness, I think opponent's going to crew the Bank Buster and block the Wurmlet. That's what I would do here. I would just take 7. So honestly, if he blocks the Simulacrum and the Apprentice and the Wurmlet live, I would be quite happy. So that's good. We were right to attack with the Simulacrum. It was a 2 free damage. Opponent down to 5. Gains a bit of life. One thing that's a bit risky is the Prizefight. I was gonna say, in response to fighting, black can often just remove the thing. Do I sack the Iron Apprentice? Doesn't really matter if I sack the Apprentice or the Simulacrum. Let's get rid of this Simulacrum. Then I think we got him. I think it's Xaxes. Oh no, he drew 2 cards, gained 4 life. Darn. We're very close. We were very, very close. But you'll see here what I'm talking about. So I play a Wurmlet. Then when I fight, the treasure's gonna come in and grow the Wurmlet. And we're gonna fight this Apprentice with the Shieldred. The Iron Apprentice's 5 counters are gonna jump all over the Simulacrum and then attack for 7. The next turn we have a unearthed Simulacrum, which will come in with haste, potentially giving us lethal. We'll see. Okay, well we know what that's targeting. Oh, back up to 5. He's got some pretty relevant life gain already. Gained 6 from Shieldred, 1 from that, 7 life. 7's a lot. Alright, we get to do it all here. We're going to start with the Gala Greeters. Then use our last 3 mana for the Simulacrum. Gonna create a treasure? No, I think I'll grow the Gala Greeter since he'll probably be attacking next turn. Put the 2 counters on the Wurmlet so he could attack comfortably. Now both of our threats are lethal, and they must both be chop blocked. Really putting the pressure on mono black aggro here. It is aggro. It runs when they have underdogs, trespassers, it makes them aggro. Even though they have bank busters, these come in on turn 2 and are crewed for 3 really efficiently by both these creatures. So it's a 4/4 attacker, really. It's still an aggro deck, even though they're playing higher end cards like Shieldred, Invoke Despair, and grindy cards like Bankbuster. Don't think opponent can get any way out of this. Let's... Alright, I was gonna just play one Apprentice pre-combat to grow the Gala Greeter, but we got him! We clap a tier 1 deck for the last game of the video. Pretty happy with the results. Yeah, mono green, really cool. I wish Clay Champion. I wish we got to cast one gigantic Clay Champion. A part of me wants to like brew a deck based around like surviving early, then hasting a 2020 trample Clay Champion. That would be really fun. But no, you know, maybe down the road. Happy with the performance. Thanks for watching, everybody. Have a great day.